Hello there, Nick here. I hope you can see me better than I can see myself. So I've just seen Snow White live action 2025, etc., etc., at the cinema, Harley Quinnsgate Cineworld 1 to be precise. So this film has been getting a lot of flack recently. And it was quite controversial prior hand anyway. A lot of people don't seem to like it. I am going to be one of the biggest contradictors to that opinion. I liked it. I thought it was really good when picking up. I don't know if you can hear me very well. I actually thought it was really good. I actually think it's on par with the original. I think the original it has its faults. It was the first feature-length animated film made in the 1930s, so it's going to show its age in terms of the writing and not the animation. The animation's still great. That still holds up. In terms of the writing and the choices made by the storytellers, there's going to be a bit. I'm going to move my hands around because otherwise the hands are going to get too achy after a while. Not the hands, the arms, but it does show its age in terms of some of the writing style of stuff. I think this one's probably will as well in terms of the 21st century, specifically 2020s in terms of style. But I think right now, in terms of the character writing, it works pretty well, fairly well. So I think it's on par there. I do think several elements here are better than the other one, but I think the old one, does some stuff better. Stuff that the old one does better includes tension, specifically when the huntsman is about to kill Snow White but doesn't go through with it. I think that's handled much better in the original, and I think the scariness of the queen when she disguises herself as an old lady is also better. And some of the songs here, not all of the songs in the old ones were hitters, but Hi Ho and Whistling Whilst You Work were two of the strongest. Hi Ho is the best one, and Whistle While You Work is also really good. And here they're not quite as good. They're sung well, but they're not quite as good as the old ones. So yeah, and the rest of the new songs, I'd say, same in a mixed bag as well. So I think, if you just stick to those two, specifically the original versions, and you've got some solid ones, but other ones from both original and the new one. It's kind of take your poison apple, pick your poison apple in terms of both situations. Yeah, but neither of them are perfect. But I think this one is a solid attempt to revitalise the story to a modern setting, but still keeping fairly true to the original despite its updates and similarities. I think the acting's really good. And although it was a bit uncanny seeing CGI dwarfs instead of hiring dwarf actors, especially if they actually do have a dwarf actor or short actor playing another character, the bandits, which the behind-the-scenes photos taken of some of them could have been of them rather than of the dwarfs. I'm not quite sure. Maybe it was the dwarfs before the CG over them, but yeah, it's actually interesting that we've got about 7 bandits, including the love interest, who is a prince of thieves rather than a proper prince, as we saw in the original, but they do the love story better here. Yeah, the original's a fairy tale. You don't have to think about it too much, but I think this version, the old one is better if you don't care about the fine details, you just want to see a fairy tale brought to life. This one's stronger if you want a bit more depth and a bit more backstory into it. So again, I think both are fairly strong with elements that they do, and I think they have elements that the other one does better. So yeah, and like I said, it's not as like the songs. It's pick your poison apple or non-poison apple with them. So depends on what people think. But I think the controversy and the big unhappy with the film. I think it's kind of a bit out of proportion because I've just seen it and I've just really enjoyed it. Yeah, not all of it's perfect, obviously. It's not going to be as good as the original in terms of objectiveness, but I think, like I said, I think both versions do things better than each other, and some things they do similarly well. So I think they're on par, which, yeah, might sound sacrilegious, but well. It's my opinion. That's what I think. I enjoyed this one. I think the original is also very good, but both still have their flaws. But both have a lot of good merits to it, and I think that's I think this one's a really good modernisation and update, but still retaining some of the key qualities of the old one. Quite a few actually, just updating it a little bit, and it's not going to stop the old one from being considered a classic. The old one's going to still be considered a classic. Like with this one coming out, lots of people still saying that the old one's still better. So yeah, I'm sure future generations are still going to enjoy the old one as much as, or even more so than the new one, or other versions that are out there by other companies, not just Disney. There's loads of other productions of Snow White based on the fairy tale, and including some live action ones, such as the Snow White and the Huntsman and Huntsman's Winter War ones from a few years ago. So there's still loads of versions of the story out there, but the 1937 animation from Disney is probably still going to be highly regarded and regarded as the best. This one's not going to take anything away from that, but it can offer a good alternative, or, you know, if you liked the original, you might like this one, sort of deal. That's a might. Like, not everyone's going to be the same, obviously. There might be some people who prefer this to the original. I haven't heard those people yet, so if you're out there, get in touch. Want to hear it. But as for me, like I said, I think, I mean, actually, maybe I'm kind of slightly leaning that way, but I don't want to say that the original is objectively worse, but maybe subjectively I prefer this one. Like I said, they're on par with each other, so I think if we say they're, like, you know, same level, then I know that's going to sound sacrilegious, but whatever. So yeah, that's my opinion. Like I said, neither of them are perfect. Again, that sounds sacrilegious when talking about the old one, but honestly, I think this one's pretty solid. Not perfect, but solid. And the original, I have my nitpicks with, so, but it is still also really good. So yeah, so on par, at least, or at the very least, old one objectively better, but new one I might like slightly more subjectively. That's why I'm going on par both ways. So yeah, I wonder if I'll get cancelled for this. Ah, well, worth it. Well, anyway, so that's it from this vlog, yes, this Snow White screening vlog. Thank you for watching. Comment down below. Please be civil about it, because I know this film's getting backlash for non-critical, reasonable reasons. So please make sure your reasoning is either critically reasonable, or you yourself have personal reasons that are not just you women, people of colour or Latino modernization reasons. You know, that type of shit. That bad thinking. If you have genuine problems with it, that's completely fine. That's completely, absolutely reasonable. Just make sure said reasons are legitimate, not nasty. And I think that's where half the controversy has come from. They are the nastier sides of such thing. And I didn't really want to touch on that, but I'm going to mention it before we wrap up. So I hope your opinions on whatever, and the same for the positivity. Don't want to be like super extreme positivity just for the sake of it. So, you know, if you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, that's fine. Just hopefully for the right reasons for both. And if you're in the middle, yeah, that's fine. That works out pretty well. So yeah, so that's it from me. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.